Good afternoon, everybody. Standing, doing live show in a secret place in the mountains again, right? Anyways, yeah, I'm out uh, in the Rocky Mountain areas, and I'm very happy to be doing the show today. We have a nice, comfy spot to sit because what I'm going to talk about to start out with, before you guys start asking me questions. Hey guys, is that Deuce James? Okay, it's not Douche. Hey Amanda. So I just got an email from the Mysteries Decoded crew, the TV show. So if you Google or if you YouTube search Mysteries Decoded Bigfoot, I think it's an episode that I'm the star of. I'm in the show. Oh, the King Radium. I sure hope they put up. They have a thermal image of a Sasquatch that I was really impressed with. Really impressed with. So, hey, Rocky Mountain investigator of mysterious sightings. So yeah, I'm really excited to see that episode, and yeah, it'll be good. So, I found that I kind of took over that whole episode. The hosts weren't really interested in talking much about Sasquatch, and I can talk Sasquatch like crazy, especially if you come up to the research site with me. I'll be like Sasquatch everything, right? So yeah, it's cool. I'm very excited to see that episode. It's on Sunday is when it airs, and I'm really gonna have to try to find a way to record it. Hey, SoCal Ninja, what's up? So, and if anybody knows how to record that, like I don't even have it's on the CW network, and you really find it on YouTube. I just found the link. It's Mysteries Decoded Bigfoot. Of course, my episode is the season finale, and because it's good, it's cool, it's really cool. Like they get out in the bush. I actually got what happens is in the preview that's on right now. What happens in the preview? Hello from Argentina. Cool. Is they talk about? I say so. I'm going to sleep outside, which I did. But everybody else slept inside. I slept outside by the fire. I really want to get some success. And a black bear came and charged at me, and oh my god, it was a crap show. I don't have my guns this year, so I was using a freaking bear banger, and these things are like they're not even made in China. They're made in Deutsch. They're made in Europe, and I shot the damn bear banger. So the bear charged at me, and I heard him coming. Like he was hitting the ground hard, so I heard him coming. I rolled over behind the fire, and I stayed behind the fire, and then I shot my bear banger. Of course, the damn thing didn't work. So this is a true story. So I actually this is late at night, so I had to take a freaking log out of the fire and throw it at the jerk so he'd leave. But he left pissy. He left wanting more. So I got to the damn into my Jeep as he was moving away, got another bear banger, came up from behind my Jeep, and now I didn't have the fire between us, and guess what I did? I shot another bear banger. I'm like, I'm gonna get you now, you bugger. Guess what? That one didn't fire. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I had to deal with this douche jerk bear who really needed a lesson, and I'm the guy that gives lessons normally, but again, I don't have my guns just this year, and next year I have my guns back, and oh my god, any bear that does that to me is gonna get his freaking ass handed to him. Anyways, my thing that I do is I'm happy when bears come and mess with me because I teach them not to mess with people. I teach them to be afraid of people. The bear will run away, crapping itself, terrified of people, and he'll stay away from people. And now you have a good bear that's not going to be disturbed. Is not going to disturb and mess with people. And so I'm very happy to do that. Hopefully everybody can hear me really well right now. So, anyways, the bear kept messing with me. Gosh, I tried to sleep, but I wasn't getting much sleep. And then at about 9, maybe 8 o'clock, I went into the trailer where everybody was sleeping. I grabbed another bear banger, and when he came back out this time, it worked out perfectly. Where the bear banger explodes as it comes out, and that scared him. And then he started to run, and then it exploded one more time, like right on his ass, and he went into the bush and crapped himself. And that's what I look for. I want them to literally see poop coming out of their butts, knowing that's a sure sign that, man, are they terrified, and that's going to be a good bear. I don't have to mess with him anymore because he's afraid of people, and he'll stop messing with people. So, anyways, that happens. They touch on that in the episode, and I also see that Jeff Meldrum was interviewed for that episode too. So I didn't even know that. I haven't spoken with him enough this year, so yeah, I should probably give him a call and talk to him. So, anyways, that'll be cool to see him in the episode. I can't say enough good things about Jeff Meldrum. He is just he's a rock star for Sasquatch. He's just a total rock star. we anybody in the community, I can't call it a community, but anybody that knows about Sasquatch owes Jeff Meldrum a huge debt of gratitude. He is a gentleman and a scholar, and he's brilliant, and he works so hard for this Sasquatch stuff. Unfortunately for us, he loves it, and he gets a lot back. And it was my honor and pleasure to show him a Sasquatch, and I would like to do that again. So I'll start answering your questions now, because I'm just going to do a short show today, because I'm out in the in the mountains, but my family's here with me, and I got a 2-year-old and a 9-month-old, so they're waiting on me. But I'm so happy to talk to you guys. So here's some questions. Steve says, "Do you think Bigfoot looks to see if people are wearing shoes, boots, or not?" Well, I think you're going to impress a Sasquatch by going barefoot. I've been doing that quite a bit, especially this year. And when you're barefoot, it's an actual fact. They're telling people to walk around barefoot on grass and in nature, because it balances you, it equalizes you, and it helps connect you to nature. So they're going to be impressed if you're barefoot, but I don't think there's going to be a difference between shoes and boots. I can't see them, but barefoot is going to impress them. I think impresses me. So, because even a Sasquatch, I'll tell you something. Even Sasquatch, as tough as their feet are, they get cuts, they get nicks, they damage their pads on their. I mean, everything does. Bears do, mountain lions do, wolves get damaged. So of course Sasquatch do, and that's in the evidence that actually Jeff Meldrum has. They damage their feet. You have to. Just stuff's going to hurt you. So asked by Deuce James, any new evidence? Well, the fingerprint from this year's Decoded was cool. Recent new evidence stuff. Yeah, well, we have a cool photo, and we had we had amazing stuff happen this year. But this is my time now, so this is where I need to get my footage. What I've been doing is I've been putting things in place, being the mouse, playing the little games with the Sasquatch, so everything's in place for me to go get footage. I have to get footage. So I hate to be put in that spot. It sucks, but everybody wants it. I'm doing Discovering Bigfoot Part 2, and I have to get new footage. So I'm going to go fight for that. And that's just the way it is. And, that's life. You got to produce. People want results. My distributor wants results. And yeah, so hey, David Smooth, things are good. Parkway Yeti, hey. So, there. Amanda, she got the link apparently. So thank you. There's the link for the Mysteries Decoded Bigfoot promo. I hope you enjoy it, Amanda. And I think Amanda, I don't think they did much on the fingerprint, so I'm gonna have lots of work for Amanda. Amanda is the right arm right now. Phil helps so much. Danielle does lots. I have Atar is helping out a ton. So I have all these people that are helping out. Man, if you want to help out, we could always use it. I'm going into the winter where I just do post-production. I'm doing my film, and I'll be doing new videos, and I'll be talking to people a ton, probably starting in approximately November. So, hey, Rose from Rimby. Yeah, I know where Rimby is, not from Nordic at all. So, yeah, and you got Sasquatch out there, Rose. Cool, very cool. But, yeah, so just give me 3 weeks, 4 weeks till I get all this Bigfoot stuff wrapped up, and yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm going to try to do post-production really fast so I can get that footage out for you guys. It'll be back, a new documentary on Netflix and out. So working real hard for that. So Rolanda, what a cool name. That rolls off the tongue beautifully. Hey, Todd, I'm from Big Woods in Pennsylvania, and I don't believe, I know. I'm not a believer. I know they exist. Scott Blair, big howdy, Todd. Big Montana howdy. I love Montana. I've been there so much. There's Sasquatch there. Love the info you're putting out there. Thanks, Scott. Love Montana. Well, Montana is just south of Alberta, and I was born and raised tracking in Alberta. The Nordegg Sasquatch are in Alberta, and yeah, so Higgin and Munin. Todd, is it true that eating a Sasquatch gallbladder cures gout? I don't think anybody's ever done that, dude. So I hope you're joking, but it sounds funny. Anyway, hello from Sonoma, Mexico. So we got Mexico, Argentina, we got UK, Amanda. So good evening, Randy. Todd, is there any other animal, West Tennessee, that can whoop, really whoop? Well, you know what? I don't know the terrain in Tennessee. I don't know the species in Tennessee. So, but I don't know. Man, they're birds. You see, in West Tennessee, you're gonna have different. you gotta know your terrain, and I don't know that place. You're gonna have animals and birds and stuff I've never seen or had anything to do before. Your terrain's gonna be different, so I can't give you that answer. I mean, owls. Again, Loretta, what I look for is volume. Like absolute mind. Like no bird, no animal can make that like that sound like a Sasquatch can. Those lungs, those vocal cords. Elk can make loud calls, but elk are extremely original with their. But they have those huge lungs. They can make that beautiful bugling sound. So that's what I look for. Really, is just the power of the lungs and the audio. When you get like, if you hear just like whoop, it's so loud that no bird. Birds don't have big lungs. They don't have the capability to make horrifically booming, sounding, penetrating, earth-shattering sounds, and that's what's significant to me about the sounds. So. Hi Todd, hey Phil, what's up? Phil, what's up? We're just talking about you, Phil. So, hey SoCal, Southern California, Amanda. Hey everybody saying hey, hey Randy, hey Amanda. Hello Todd Stanley. Oh yeah, it's me. I'm here. I forgot. We're not bumping at all today. I shouldn't have said anything, but good Wi-Fi here. Hello, ladies. Cappy McCappy. So, North Olympics, almost retired, looking for a camera, doing lots of homework. Awesome North Olympics. So, yeah, I love the North Olympics. I'm a Nia Bay boy. Oh, I like it out there. It's some good Sasquatch terrain. There's some good people out there. 100 miles from anyone, all by myself. You feel the fear? This is from Wake Up Jeff. 100 miles from anyone. Wow. Well, I'm glad you got internet there, Jeff, and I hope you're safe. So, how my last what was my last expedition? Last expedition was rained. Thank you for asking. Yeah, I almost forgot. Tremendous, tremendous rain. But I was out with Mel, a lady who is from Maryland, and I did a video on with her stuff. And Mel learned to use the Canon SX 670, I think she has. I have a Canon SX 50. I think, in my opinion, it's the best camera for. I mean, the zoom it's absolutely incredible. It's 65 times optical zoom. It's stunningly amazing. We took a grizzly bear video and photographs with it that were outstanding. We had a Sasquatch encounter that was confirmed by a track, and then Mel got a photograph of a Sasquatch, so that I have to go do some work on. But probably, in fact, the best photo. It's a good photo, and I'm so happy we got it because the Sasquatch is like maroon black. And Amanda, you're going to see that lot, so I'm going to get you to do tons of work on that for me. But yeah, I'm very pleased with the photograph that we got. It's good. It's pixelated a little, but it's good, and I'm happy. It's clearly a Sasquatch. It's not a blob squatchy so much. I mean, we had to zoom in on it, and it pixelates a little bit when you zoom in. But yeah, somebody can't hear me. I hope everybody can hear me. I'm sure Amanda would tell me, or Phil would tell me. Hello, friends. Peace and blessings. I hope you're all having a good week. Oh, Atar. Yes, my man, Atar. How are you, my friend? My friend. Hi, Todd. Ed. Hey, Ed. How's it going? We didn't talk last weekend. So I totally agree with your Dare Watcher theory. This is Rocky Mountain Investigator. Because I was sitting on top of a mountain called Wakely's Peak, and I was sitting behind a big boulder, and then I heard a growl come from the top. Cool. Yeah, the Day Watcher theory is very, yeah, it's a strong theory I have. Randy, make sure you haven't muted the video. There you go. There's Amanda right in there. Bigfoot is in Pennsylvania. Bigfoot is in Pennsylvania. PA's Pennsylvania? I don't know. I don't do the little initials very well. There's 50 states in the United States. There's, I don't know how many provinces, and 12 provinces. I don't have a lot of stuff memorized. I apologize. Have you sought to compare all the inconclusive genetic evidence to establish a single species? Inconclusive genetic, well, yeah. Full genomes, Mike. And that's so hard. The geneticists are being real little rats. Todd Distel was supposed to work with me. Todd Distel was supposed to do my DNA. Todd Distel turned into a little chit, 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 chit. And then I go, I get your DNA, and I don't want to. So I don't know what's going to happen with the DNA. So, at some point, it has to become very important, and it will. But right now, the DNA that I have and the evidence that I have is so significant that I'll smoke Fish and Wildlife in court, and that's still coming. I got big stuff happening with that still. So it's been cool to watch. This is Central Michigan Bigfoot. It's been cool to watch Dr. Jeff Meldrum over the years go from skeptic to believer. And Jeff would never say he's a believer. So it's a very pejorative term, he would say. He's quite convinced because of the evidence that the species exists, and that's what he would tell you. And dealing with such a brilliant man, right? But he's no believer. So, and he's seen a Sasquatch out with me. So, and we got more to come. I just when things get bigger for me, when people, I'm breaking down society. A TV show is going to get on board. Something incredible is going to happen, and I need to get up to that next level. And when that happens, then Jeff Meldrum is just right there, and I'm going to use that guy because he's amazing and fantastic. If I get to the next level, and I can see with all the stuff that's always happening to me, all the things that we're doing, all the success that we have, people are going to start to be like, people have got to start to believe in the repeatability and the success that we are having, and it's a big deal, people. So. Hey Todd, it's Danny with all those dark days in BC. It's good to finally be in the light. So Danny was on my last expedition, and the dark days he's talking about is, so it rained 2 days before the expedition, and then a 7-day expedition. It rained and rained, and Danny actually stayed a couple extra days. So your body fish blues. So yeah, so Danny was on my last expedition, and so we got a tree was what happened that was cool, besides the photograph that Mel took, and the grizzly bear silvertip, amazing silvertip grizzly bear. I have the photos on my Instagram and on my on Instagram and on Facebook. But yeah, so lots of wildlife interactions. We explored some areas and we ruled out Sasquatch not being in areas, which is very important to do. And then we saw a tree that was bending when there was no wind. The leaves weren't shaking. It had leaves on the tree, and the tree is bending when no other trees are bending. And then we walked over there and saw a track. I wanted more. Danny wanted more. Mel wanted more. But anyways, it was, considering the crappy weather that we had, I'm still very happy with that. So I'm gonna chalk that expedition up to, though, not great success. I just wanted a lot more. I had really high hopes with Mel, but anyways, hey Danielle, how are you? Ontario IT Research. So that's our girl from Ontario. Always got lots of good advice. Very happy to have her helping out so much. Shelly H, hello Todd. Sephisaurus, hey everybody. Ator, everybody saying hi. What's the best way someone can experience a Sasquatch in the wild? Come out with me on expedition. What else do you want me to say? That's what I do. So we're my numbers are, right off the top of my head, 80% of people have a live interaction that's substantiated when you come on an expedition with me. About 35% of people that come out with me actually eyewitness a Sasquatch that's substantiated by evidence, and blah 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 blah. So we're doing amazing. The expeditions are phenomenal. Other than that, I don't really know what to tell you. It's so freaking hard to start from ground zero. It is so hard. It's hard for gorilla experts. It's hard for chimpanzee experts, for primatologists. When you go and you start a new research area with new gorillas, it's 8 years of devotion and hard work and determination. My first little bump there. I am back. So yeah, let's get to some more questions here. I love doing this show with you guys. You guys just have so many amazing questions. Tim, how come everybody's all happy about Tim? Who's Tim? And Randy, I've researched this and spoken with some of the first people on the subject. Maybe he means First Nations people. And I've come up with a theory. Oh, well, I'd like to hear your... Randy, what did you ask before? Randy, that happened to Les Stroud? What's going on with Randy here? I need to figure some stuff out. For over 30 years, I've heard stories about Sasquatch sitting on that and sleeping on the person when they stirred. B just got up and walked away. Oh, so and that happened to Les Stroud. That's what's going on. So I had to go back in the questions. That's correct. That's happened to me many times. And yeah, so Randy's asking that. So I'm going to go to another question. When you say you have had serious evidence, how solid evidence are we talking about? Are you looking to challenge wildlife and fisheries? Is that something they simply cannot deny? Absolutely. The eyewitness testimony, the video evidence that I have, the DNA evidence that I have, the tracks that Jeff Meldrum's gathered, the evidence is beyond any reasonable doubt. Absolutely. And if I ever get into, see, court is not about, it's about getting into court. It's about the precedents. Here in Canada, that's what it was about. It was about precedents. We have to show there's a reason for this to go to trial. And and once I get it to trial, nobody's ever going to deny that I'm going to smoke people. I'm going to destroy anybody who compete, any fish and wild. I'm going to prove Sasquatch exists. So bang, like forget about it. Proof, the truth, absolutely. So government interfere with your work, Michelle. I don't want to get, John Benedigo didn't want me to make more conspiracy out of something that's paranormal, which is, it's frustrating that Sasquatch is paranormal in the first place. I don't want to make conspiracies about it. I'm doing well though, and I don't worry about any interference. I just take it head on and do the best I can with it. So isn't seeing believing for Dr. Jeff? Well, again, so smelly do right, smelly do right. Anyways, is seeing believing? Well, he saw it. He had a good sighting. He knows it was real, and but not. It's not believing though. He needs proof. He needs evidence. I love the way he is. He's perfect the way he is. We're not changing a thing about him. The evidence is very significant. The evidence is pushing him to believe that the species is extremely likely to exist, but he's probably even beyond that now. He's got so much going on. I mean, the man, you know, but he's got to show some skepticism because it's such a big deal. So he's just doing everything right. I love the way Jeff Meldrum is. I 100% support the way he talks and the way he does things. I just think he's amazing. I'm so lucky that he's doing this research, and I just can't say enough good things about the guy. He's a hero. He's wonderful. He's amazing. He's brilliant. I don't know. There's nothing I can say about this is just so amazing. I love the way he handles himself. I'm not like that though. I know they exist. I have no doubt in my mind. If you want to talk 100%, 100.0%, they exist. Zero doubt in my mind. I've seen them so many times. I've filmed them so many times, and it's just going to keep happening. And I take people out. I mean, with me, since I have the fortune of being, the privilege of being boots on the ground. I'm not in a lab. I'm not theorizing. I do that stuff and I enjoy that stuff and I work with people who do that stuff. But primarily, I'm boots on the ground. So I'm seeing them, filming them, interacting with them. It's a whole other level with me, right? So seeing what they do, knowing what they're capable of. So sorry about the little bump there. I saw I had some cool questions. So Atara, I need to talk to you. So Atara, you're doing some big things. You're helping out, and the network that you saw Discovering Bigfoot on originally, they're pushing forward because of your help. So you're doing some amazing stuff. You've pushed some good buttons, and it looks like you could, because of you, super crazy busy this week. So I'd like to this week, and Ed, I'd like to catch up with you this weekend too. I'm so sorry. Just my life is just, it gets crazy sometimes. Just things start to pop up, and I got to take them so seriously, and yeah, it's so much. So okay, Travman, thank you so much. Link to Todd's expedition page. Man, dude, where am I here? Like everybody's so cool. God, you guys are awesome. Oh, Travman gave me a donation. Thank you very much, sir. Yeah, and of course, Amanda's gonna. I have no ability to type and do a computer right now. I'm literally mobile, like hanging out in a hotel lobby here. So I got my good Wi-Fi. But go to the chat room after. Amanda's gonna put up a link for it, I'm sure. And Discovering Bigfoot, there it is. It's already up. Chat room will be open after Todd's stream. So discoveringbigfoot.org, live chat. Lots of great things happening there. Brilliant people coming on there and having some amazing stuff. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this 100% because I don't know where I'm going to be on Sunday, but I sure would like to maybe do a chat room, Amanda, Daniel, Phil, after the Mysteries Decoded show plays, right? So after that plays on the CW network, maybe we should all have a chat about it, talk about it. So that'd be pretty cool. Andrew talks about Professor Brian Stykes. I already went down that road with that guy. He's not interested in my DNA. So Bob Giblin is Yoda, and Todd is definitely Obi-Wan. Well, I don't know if I would call him Yoda. I don't know. Maybe John Benedict will be kind of more of a Yoda, because he was quite a gentle, awesome man. But thanks for the Obi-Wan. Thanks for the Star Wars thing, Lawrence. That's pretty cool. I'm flattered. When is the new doc released? I got to make it yet. Jesus saves souls. That's the person who asked me the question. When is the new doc released? I got to go make it. I'm gonna grind. I can work so hard. I'm so fortunate to be able to be passionate and enjoy things like post production. But I got to go into the grind. And the whole Discovering Bigfoot was done by me. I edited it. I produced it. I directed. I wrote it. I got the shots. I did the audio. I did the scoring. I mean, I did everything. So the graphics, even though there's hardly anything for graphics in it, just like lower thirds and stuff like that, it was so much work. And I really did. I'm so sorry to say, but I did every freaking thing. Like, we could have just put one name at the end of the damn movie, pretty much. But a little bit of help here and there from people. But it was just like 99% done by me, and it's so much work. But I enjoy it, so I'm looking forward to that. So how can there be more than one First Nation? Oh, I'm just talking, Smiley Drew. I meant the First Nations people. In Canada, the Native Americans that you call Native Americans are called the First Nations people. I know it's weird, but it's the way it is. How many states have you explored and compelling evidence from those visits? I'm firmly convinced they're in Texas. I was in Florida. I saw no evidence of them in Florida. Where else was I? I was, well, Washington for sure. Where I've actually been, like boots on the ground. So Montana, Idaho, Washington, California. I have colleagues in Oregon that I'm strongly convinced, and I saw their evidence there, but I haven't been to Oregon yet. And Ohio, I've been to Ohio, but I didn't see them there, and I didn't get evidence of them existing in Ohio. And I think that's about it for now. So yeah, I explored a little bit in Ohio, not much. Oh, and I was in Kentucky too. I forgot about that. So, but I didn't do much exploring in Kentucky. It takes a long time, guys. It's so much work. You don't just jump out of your truck and have a Sasquatch there and everything works out for you, So, hi, Elijah River. Any wolf sightings there? I'm near there. So this is North Olympics. Wolf sightings? We get wolves all the time around where I am. And on my last expedition, we saw like some crazy, we saw lots of wolf tracks, and we saw like dead elk and dead deer all busted up, and skulls and stuff from, probably the wolves taking them down, and then the whole ecosystem taking over, the mountain lions, the bears eating after the wolves do. If you saw the way the ecosystem works, it's so amazing. And I wanted to talk real quick. There's an environmental issue going on right now that I put on my Facebook page, and people went nuts about it. And it's that Greta girl who I'm such a supporter of, because I don't know what evidence she's tapping. I'm just going to say this real quick, guys. I don't know what evidence she's tapping into. But I'm telling you, global warming, people saying it's not real, scares me. I see it in the biology. I see it in the animals. I see it in the bears. I see it in the deer and the food sources. Shit is changing. I'm sorry I'm swearing, but I'm scared about the changes I've seen in the biology in the last 20 years. I'm terrified. So our climate is changing way too fast. The species that exist are not able to take this climate change as fast as it's coming. And don't tell me that it's not real. Jesus, please. Why are we saying, like, and we're blaming China and stuff? I live here in Canada. Every day they have tons and tons of coal that they truck in, that they ship in through trains, like lakes of coal, hundreds of compartments of coal, all filled up, that we burn here in Canada. And I'm so ashamed of that. So I'm not pointing the finger at anybody else. I'm telling you I damn well see it right here, boots on the ground, right where I freaking live. I see the damage that we're doing, and it's all about money. And it just pisses me off. Alberta is this province that we have that's super rich in oil, all about the oil, and they do nothing electricity-wise. They do nothing solar panels. They don't give a crap about any of that stuff. They're all about fossil fuels, burn the shit out of it. The people that live there make a mint off their money, and they want their money and they want their jobs, and they're raping the freaking environment, and they don't give a crap. And I don't know what's going on in the U.S. Get lots of hate down there, but man, the environment, I'm just so terrified, guys. I'm so scared. I'm telling you, I don't give a crap about what the scientists are saying and the garbage going on with them. I'm telling you, I've seen it. I could sit here for 4 hours and tell you about the bears and the deer and the elk and the mountain lions and the wolves and the changes that I'm seeing in all these species, and they're not doing well. They're struggling because climate change is damaging them. And I'm telling you, I talk to biologists about it. I see it every year. I could, I just don't want to get off on a big tangent, but I could do a whole 2 hour documentary about what I've seen in Canada alone, the damage that we've done. And I go out in the middle of nowhere in the wildest places, and I can see how the species are having a hell of a time because the climate has changed too fast. Evolution doesn't happen that quick. And these species are being damaged. Look at the polar bears. See, the polar bears, I'm not there, so I don't know. I'm taking people's word for it. The ice is melting. They can't get. And the thing is, they need time to evolve and adapt, and it's happening so fast. It's not supposed to happen in 20 years. So, sorry I brought this up, guys. I know, and it does affect Sasquatch, for God's sake. If the bears are having a hell of a time because the berry sources are getting all changed and screwed up because of climate change, you think the Sasquatch aren't having that problem? Of course they are. The elk are suffering because climate change is happening and the wrong plants are growing at the wrong time of year because the climate's all changing and they're getting damaged by it and the Sasquatch eat them. So don't tell me it doesn't have to do with my work. Of course it does, and I see it every day, and it breaks my heart that my children aren't going to be, what are we leaving for the children? And see this Greta girl going and fighting for it, man. And I see the pain in her, man. People calling her an actor and a fraud and bashing her. Who's been the same crap I go through? Did her dad date a woman who owned a fabric store and now she's a fraud? Like, I've seen the same crap, and calling her a Nazi and saying horrible things about her. And I'm not sorry for bringing it up. I'm not sorry for talking into it because I'm very scared. I'm scared for the Sasquatch. I'm scared for all this that are out there. I'm terrified about the climate changes happening, and a lot of you city people are probably out there pissed off at me. I'm telling you, I'm boots on the ground. I'm out in the bush. I see it every year. There's so much evidence I see. And so, anyway, not sorry about it. Amanda and Danielle sent me an email on Facebook saying, Todd, you should drop this subject. I won't. If people are going to be mad about it, if people are going to be pissy about it, I'm not going by what the scientists are saying. I'm going by what Todd Standing sees. I'm going by what I can measure in the biology. And I'm so scared. So, but anyway, let's get back to Sasquatch. So that's my 2 cents. Tim Turner says, my wife and her family, when she was younger, had an encounter with one at her home near Central Florida. Wow. And I've met a couple people that had some pretty impressive sightings around Florida. I just never saw the evidence myself when I was there. Continuation of my post, do they like to mess with technology that we have? No, Alex. I think they fear technology, and I have good reason for that. I talked to my expeditioners about that. I think Sasquatch see how technology has made us pretty much insane, and they fear that if they take technology, they'll become insane like us. Once you go down the road of technology, you can never go back, and I think they know that. Coal is the magic rock that burns and can make electricity. Man, it's poison and toxic, and it hurts my heart that, Portland, Oregon says, Todd, you rock. Watch Portlandia. They did a Bigfoot skit. Cool. I've seen Bigfoot when I was 7. I'll never forget. And we'd love to hear about that. I'm sure Danielle or Amanda put a link down here. We'd love to hear about it. So it's in here. What do we do? It's bigfootencounter@gmail.com. We'd love to hear about that stuff. So we're documenting that and keeping track of it. And we're going to get more into that. I'm going to do more of that stuff. So it's real, but it happens to our Earth. A cynical basis, sunspot short. So we're talking about climate change here. So animals are getting bolder and hungrier, and there's a biology that exists where species go up and down. But this is a whole different thing when berries aren't ripening and other berries are. It's so bad what's happening in the environment right now. It scares me so much. How was that shiny silver grizzly? Wasn't he beautiful? My phone's dying here, guys. I only have about 5 minutes left. He was so gorgeous, huh? Alex must have seen it on Instagram or Facebook. Man, wow. Was he he's such a beautiful grizzly bear. So, global warming, globalist cabal is getting colder. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about the global warming stuff anymore, guys. I see it. So does Sasquatch mess with our technology? Most in lives? I don't think so. I think they're just afraid of it and they want to avoid it. Tim, thank you for sharing your experience from a tour. I agree. Thank you very much. Greta makes me sad. She is obviously disturbed. I don't know. The ice is melting, but water is freezing in other areas. Reducing water levels worldwide receives that. Well, I'm seeing climate change though, so maybe I shouldn't have brought this up. John, they go underground. It's truth. My dad witnessed it. So Tracy Roach is saying that they go underground. I would love to share his story, and we'd love to hear it, Tracy. Bigfootencounter@gmail.com. Please go there, or go to the chat room after on discoveringbigfoot.org. There's a link in here, and they'll keep pumping it up. All the awesome people that are helping me out with this. Man, what do I do without you guys, Amanda and Atar and Danielle and Phil, you guys and whoever else that's helping out so much? You guys are amazing. I'm from Central Florida, Melbourne. I didn't know there was a Melbourne in Central Florida. That's cool, and that's where you had your sighting, I'm assuming. Yeah, coal is a horrible, dirty form of energy, and I see oceans of it being transported every month. It just hurts my heart. We shouldn't be doing that here, and this is Canada, just destroying stuff all from my heart. I'm talking about the environment again, I'm sorry. If only we could really see what's up with under Antarctica. Yeah. So, hi, Lindsay. Bigfootencounter@gmail.com. Thank you, Amanda. Todd, I feel your pain and share what you feel. These are scary times. I believe you and love that you're so passionate about Sasquatch and the environment. You are right. And, you know, a big part of me wants to make this Sasquatch discovery because in nature is the preservation of the world, and they can bring us back to the wildness, back to the wilderness, and appreciate nature more and show us what's going on, even more so than I could ever do. But, I mean, Survivor Man's very passionate about this. Man, if you heard the stuff Survivor Man has in mind to change the environment, I mean, it's to help us save the environment. And it's wonderful. He's amazing with that stuff. He's got real extreme ideas that we could implement, and it would make the world such a better place. But it's too much work, and people won't do it, and it's not enough money, and blah, blah, blah. It just breaks my heart that it's all so much about the money. Hey, Todd, one major eruption on the Earth emits CO2. So we're talking... Anyways, I'm telling you, dude, there's change going on. It's way too fast. Something's happening, and it's I can see it. It's way too fast. So human driver climate change, of course, is 100% real now. Isn't it crazy the way there's thousands of scientists out there talking about climate change, and people are saying it's a hoax and it's crazy. Anyways, back to Bigfoot. Bet you there are a few Bigfoots and then some down there. So cool. No, I was late. Hey, Todd. Hey, Amanda. Hey, Phil. So, Mason White, Savannah Cooperation. Hey, Mason. Great job, Todd. This is a miner from Lake Arrowhead, California. Cool. I've heard stuff about Lake Arrowhead. I wanted to go there. So, how's Jake doing? I don't know. I have no evidence of Jake at all this year. Apples work. Oh, Dick James says apples work. I put them 7 feet off the ground, and the apples disappear every day for 2 weeks. Thanks for the tip, Todd. Well, congratulations. Document, Dick. Sounds weird when I say that, document Dick. But anyways, Mr. James, how about I call you that? There's something I never told people about. This is important, Mr. James. And for anybody else who's putting apples out, there's a powder you can buy. It's scentless. It's like a litmus. What happens is you shine like a special light on it, and you can see it. And otherwise, you can't see it. You can't smell it. And I always want. It's pretty cheap. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but people are using it to. Anyways, what happens is if you throw this powder all over the place, if a Sasquatch goes in and takes the apples and then leaves, he's not going to see this powder on the ground. You're going to go in there with this this light. It's that light they use in CSI to see, you know, blood and body fluids and stuff, right? So you go in there with that light, you'd see the tracks, and you see what direction they go, and you get dermals and everything. It'd be amazing. It's really cheap stuff. So I want to do that, but I just kept having trouble doing it. They wouldn't ship it across the border to me for some reason. It's readily available in the United States. In Canada, I couldn't get it, and I just kind of gave up. But I'm going to get back to that. It's a really good, and it's my idea. I want to say it's a brilliant idea, but whatever. It's a freaking smart thing to do, right? So, and I just don't think it's totally scentless. Dogs can't detect it, so Sasquatch won't be able to. It's just that white powder. I'm sure somebody will probably post on here what that white powder is. And how simple is that? Throw it on the ground, and and it's really cheap, and you're gonna figure out even the light. The light is cheap, and you're gonna figure out precisely what's taking those apples. So, a brilliant thing to do. Please implement it. Please do it before I do. That would be amazing. Todd, you're on point. What animals are hurting this planet? Yeah. Todd, you're on point that the animals are hurting this planet. Not what I meant, but anyways, here's a valuable resource. The website, IUCN Red List, offers global estimates on species endangerment. See how critical Earth status is inland for what region. Yeah. So much going on too. The ocean's getting all polluted, and the coral reefs are getting destroyed. Hey Todd, I got a Sasquatch scream on video during an expedition I did this weekend. That's so cool. Congratulations, Mason. I'd love to be able to hear it. So you can send me an email or get it to Amanda, bigfootencounter@gmail.com. Thanks, Close to the Edge, for your compliment. You just said, I love you, Todd. You're awesome, dude. Thank you. Peter Birdshaw, I appreciate that. I feel that love. Thank you. What's the history of cannibalisms and caves? I don't know anything about cannibalism. I don't eat people. I don't know anything about it. Sorry. Evolution, non-existent, macro, micro eyes. Okay. Mason, wow. Yeah, Amanda, wow. Chat room open after Todd. And you know, Mason, you should go there. Maybe you guys could play the audio in the chat room or something. If you have it around, Amanda could. She's very tech savvy, so she could get some stuff rolling with that. Don't forget to hit the like button. I guess it's good if you hit the like button. Mason White Cooperation. Do you have a video link? Yes, people want to know, ways. Mason, if you can put it somewhere, a link to it, and then you go to the chat room, you can put it up there too, and Amanda can help you with that stuff. A lot of the research are saying that Bigfoot can disappear underground. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. So, dude, your Jake picks, just say it all. Brother, thanks. I'm so proud of them too. Especially after you go out and you have such a hard time on expeditions. Like, you know, I'm not getting great footage yet this year. I always get at the end of the year, it's frustrating because I get the best results end of September into October, but if it snows really bad and if the weather turns on me, I can't do anything. So I don't feel stressed about it. The pressure's on. Pressure makes diamonds, and I just feel so confident I'm going to succeed this year. Everything's fallen into place. Everything's happening perfectly. Everything I need to happen has happened. Everything that I had to do and fall into place has happened. I just need to go out there and get the footage, and I'm super, super confident. My thoughts about Bigfoot underground, I just don't know. Caves, yes. Underground, I don't know. So, and I'm going by caves based on other people. I haven't seen any caves of Sasquatch. So, just a couple more questions, guys. Do you think Sasquatch hollow hair shaft like fiber optic cable? What, Bob? Look at Jeff Meldrum's analysis. He's got a little Sasquatch pamphlet, exactly the way he says Sasquatch hair. I don't remember it off the top of my head right now because it's been a couple years since I've been doing that. I have a microscope, a light microscope, to identify the difference between hair and fur, and the difference between human hair and Sasquatch hair is something that you can see with the microscope. So look at what Jeff Meldrum's done. He's got that stuff down to a science. Keep up the vlogs. Great question, Bob. I agree. And then I'll have to post it, but I have to run it past Amanda since I'm private researcher for the Savannah Cooperation. If I do post it, it paid no attention to my cringe Sasquatch calls. Well, of course, Mason. Yeah, we'd love to hear. Okay, guys, I gotta go. Aloha. How's it going? Civic responsibility. Whoa. Aloha, Todd. Do you know the Civic Responsibility March on Washington, D.C. next year about Sasquatch awareness? Oh my God, that sounds cool. I'm sure Amanda's told me about it, and I'll look into it for sure. Because I expect to be in Washington end of February into March, Nia Bay, Washington. I want to do some expeditions. I want to get back out there. Todd, what's the best evidence you can give if camp out around Sasquatch areas, safety sightings? What's the best advice? Ooh, love nature. Go love nature. Learn about the plants. Learn about the tracks. Learn about the trees. Learn about the animals. That's my best advice. Go love nature, and they'll see you loving nature, and they'll want to teach you to love nature. That's the best advice I could give. Just go love nature. Be at peace. Be loving. Be connected to the earth. Walk around barefoot. Hug the bloody trees. Love the birds. Film the birds. Adore nature. Study the animals. Look at the tracks. That's what they do. If you're a kindred spirit, they'll love you and come around. That is the best advice I could. And watch my movies. Watch Discovering Bigfoot and watch Survivor Man. And whatever you're attracted to, go do those things. Whatever you see in there. And try to look beyond. Try to look beyond the show. Look deeper, because there's other messages there, and you really got to pay attention to small things. Every word, there's stuff going on there. But I got to go, guys. Thank you so much. My phone's croaking here. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. I'm pretty sure there's a good chance I'll be around next week. Actually, no, I'm not so sure, because I should be out on expedition. Anyways, 50-50, I'll be out next week. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for all your help. Man, you guys are just so fun. I love doing the show with you guys. I'm just going to keep coming back to it. I'm excited about the next 4 or 5 weeks are going to be totally life-changing for me. And I say that personally. I say that in the discovery of Sasquatch. So thank you so much for your support, and we'll just keep moving forward. And I wish all of you guys success with this research and with your lives. And I hope everything goes amazing for you guys. Take care, and I'll see y'all soon.